Introduction of our trip. Places we went. On the 21st of May 34, students went to Changi Airport to embark on an enriching learning journey. We visited many places such as Paris, Brittany, and Normandy. France is a country located primarily in Western Europe, but containing territory in South America, the Caribbean, and the Indian Ocean, as well as numerous territories of various status. In Europe, France borders the Atlantic Ocean, the North Sea, and the Mediterranean. To the west is the Bay of Biscay, and to the north is the English Channel.
While we were in France, we observed and realized that France is indeed a beautiful country. We felt that the French should further capitalize on this. Currently, there are about 19,000 hotels in France, yet many of these hotels are not able to host many people as they are not built upwards. This might put some people off and make them reconsider visiting France. The museums in France attract tens of millions of people annually. With a little more publicity, it is almost certain that the number of visitors to museums in France could be doubled. While France has done relatively well in attracting tourists to their country, I believe that they can do better. In 2007, the United States earned $96.7 billion from tourism, while France earned $54.2 billion. From this, it is evident that France still has some way to go in catching up with the United States in terms of tourism.
Such as the Louvre Museum and the Versailles Palace. These places have played significant roles in the France history. The Louvre Museum is one of the world's largest museums, the most visited art museum in the world, and a historic monument. It was initially built in a fortress in the late 12th century, but eventually in 10 August 1793 it was opened as a museum with 537 paintings. The Versailles Palace was built in 1623 as a hunting lodge, but the then King of France, Louis XIII, enlarged it. On the 6th of May 1982, the palace became the official residence of the court of France, supplementing the palaces at the Louvre and the Saint-Germain. During our stay in France, we had an exchange program with students in Vitré. During our 3-day stay at their house, we managed to learn a lot about their culture and their way of life. For example, they have 3 courses during their meals at home: appetizer, main course, and dessert. They have a slower pace of life altogether. Meals can take up to an hour and there seems to be no rush to hurry off to go back to work. Class size in their school are much smaller than those in Singapore, and lessons are shorter and more intense, so students tend to pay more attention.
During our trip, it was observed that many youths in France smoke underage. Even worse, their teachers do not seem to care a bit or attempt to stop them from doing so. A French teacher's opinion has been recorded in an interview.
So in my opinion, too many young people here in France smoke. Okay, even if the legal age for smoking is 18 years old, but you've seen it. Okay, you've seen that a lot of people here smoke. So too many people smoke. I think that cigarettes should be more expensive. They're €5 a pack right now, I guess. And the smoking legal age is too low. Should be 20 years old, according to me. What is it like in Singapore? 18. Yeah. Okay. So, too many young people smoke here in France. Not only in France, but in Europe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. It seems the problem has already reached a point of no return. More than 40% of youths aged between 18 and 24 smoke, averaging about 18 cigarettes a day. A concerned French citizen has said that smoking has become like a tradition for them, and many youths who smoke often do not think about the consequences, such as having to fight cancer once they reach 40 or 50 years of age. It would be unfair, however, to say that nothing has been done to try to stop the problem. In 1991, a law banned smoking in schools, but it has been unevenly enforced. Today, about 60% of French high schools permit smoking during breaks. We feel that many of the youths are not fully aware of the consequences of smoking. Smoking kills 1% out of every 2. The government should give smoking negative publicity. For example, they could paste pictures of what could happen to smokers on the packs of cigarettes. Increasing cigarette prices is also important. The cheapest cigarettes in France cost about €5 for a pack. Should the price of cigarettes be increased more people will be put off as they will no longer be able to afford cigarettes. Overall, our trip to France was an enjoyable one. While there are certain things which France has not exactly done well in, there are certain areas where Singapore should learn from France so as to grow further.